So, my family has taught me many, many things, but there are certain insights that only your characters can give you. You know why I'm getting emotional during this part? Well, people ask me, well, how many characters are based on real life? And the answer is 2. Harmony and Tim. Harmony is based on my old cat, Kira. And she was a very friendly cat. She'd go up and talk to anybody. And Harmony's kind of the same way. As for Tim, you're looking at him. They say write what you know. Well, Tim has taught me a lot about life and love. And Tim is very fortunate because he's already found his purpose and his partner in crime. They say at 30, you start to settle into who you are, and by 40, you really know what you want. I'm not counting any chickens, but I'm hoping that I'll recognize what I want when it comes along. I met a man without a dollar to his name, who had no trace of any value but his smile. I met a man who had no yearn or claim to fame, who was content to let life pass him for a while. But I was sure that all I ever wanted was a life like the movie stars led. And he kissed me right here, and he said, I'll give you stars and the moon, and a soul to guide you, and a promise I'll never go. I'll give you hope to bring out all the life inside you, and a strength that will help you grow. I'll give you truth and a future that's 20 times better than any Hollywood plot. And I thought, you know, I'd rather have a yacht. I met a man who lived his life out on the road, who left a wife and kids in Portland on a whim. I met a man whose fire and passion always showed, who asked if I could spare a week to ride with him. But I was sure that all I ever wanted was a life that was scripted and planned. And he said, but you don't understand. I'll give you stars and the moon, the open highway and a river beneath your feet. I'll give you days full of dreams if you travel my way, and a summer you can't repeat. I'll give you nights full of passion and days of adventure, no strings, just warm summer rain. And I thought, you know, I'd rather have champagne. I met a man who had a fortune in the bank, who had retired at age 30. No more strife. I met a man, and I knew just which stars to thank, and then he asked one day if I would share his life. And I looked up, and all that I could think of was the life I had dreamt I would live. So I said to him, what will you give? I'll give you cars and a townhouse in Turtle Bay, and a fur and a diamond ring, and we'll be married in Spain on my yacht today, and we'll honeymoon in Beijing, and you'll meet stars at the parties I throw in my villas in Nice and Paris in June. And I thought, okay. And I took a breath, and I got my yachts, and the years went by, and it never changed, and it never grew, and I never dreamed. And I woke one day, and I looked around, and I thought, dear gods, I'll never have the moon.